There we go, let the choke in gently, power back to just above or just at 2000 RPM. There we go, and we'll shut the window, we'll shut the far side window now. Lovely. What we're going to do actually is latch it as well there, just so it's properly shut. Definitely not going to come open. We'll just do our harness back up now. Okay, lovely. I'm going to keep my window open for a minute because it's a bit hot today. Power back a little bit more. Lovely. Start time will be 12:05. Right, so taxi checks. Going to check brakes, check the slip ball and compass. We can taxi. We just can't take off yet. Okay, so 2000 RPM is more than enough. Oh, slightly low there. Little nudge up, there it is. Brakes coming off. A little bit of power to get us moving. There we go. And pull it back to 2000. And ride the brakes. So the instructor, Hal, he explained the whole riding the brakes to me, is that the brake pads are cheaper to replace than running the engine and the magnetos at low RPM and getting them all gross, which kind of makes sense. So 2000 RPM and use the brakes to keep nice and gentle. Follow the line, nice and gentle down here. It's a real light aircraft, so you really have to go lovely and slow, or else you're going to really bounce on grass. I'm interested, the first time I'm able to take it to a solid tarmac runway. That'll be interesting. Just keep an eye on the wingtips as we turn. That's it. Have a little look behind our head, no one on the approach, okay. And then we'll just swing around here, just to make sure there's definitely no one on the approach. Then once we're lined up, we'll do our pre-takeoff checks. Just waiting for the engine to warm up before we can actually take off. Lovely, no one on the approach. Line up on the runway. A few birds on the runway, but that's fine. Okay. Let's put the brakes on there. Pre-flight parking to wind. We've had a look at the windsock. It's a little brisk, but it's straight down the runway. It's within limits. Brakes are on and locked. Set the throttle 2,500 maximum RPM to warm up. Let's just set it to 2.5. Just to get it off the stop. Let's check right, left, back, forward. Check the flaps. 1, 2, 1, 2. So back up. We're going to be flapless for takeoff. I'm secure. No one in the right seat to be secure. I've got a few things on the seat, but they will be fine where they are. Yeah. Instruments left to right, so airspeed's reading 0. QFE is set and reading 0, or it was reading 0, and we've taxied up a little bit maybe. Tacho is looking like it's reading correct. The climb, descent, vertical speed indicator is fine. Ball indicator is fine. Radio set 135480, which is safety com. Squawking 7000, we are on out. Voltage is within limits. We've got the charge on. And the temperature's just coming off the stop now, I think. We'll give it a second. CHT is just coming out of the yellow into the green, and oil pressure is definitely in the green. Trim neutral for takeoff. There we go. We'll close the hatch now. There we go. The power. We're off the stop on the oil temperature. Fuel contents is sufficient for the flight, and fuel pump goes on. Trim was set, flaps are 0, magnetos we're going to check at 3,000 RPM, so just nudge the power up slightly. Take one off, slight drop, put it back on, should come up, it's back. Take the other one off, slight drop, put it back on, power comes up. And then check power idle. Should idle at 1650, let it jump around a little bit, it's a little bit low idling. It's bringing itself back. Yeah, we're happy. Okay, back to 2,000 RPM. Okay, we are good to take off. Landmead traffic, Golf Charlie Mike Lima X-ray takeoff, runway 27, Landmead traffic. Brakes are off. Oh yeah. Power. Stick back. There we go, off the ground. Keep the nose down. A little bit gusty. Corrected nicely. Keep the nose down. There's the speed. And then we can climb. Okay. And keep that right rudder in. Keep that right rudder. There we go. More right rudder. There we go. Perfect. Wow, that's a climb. Climb up to about 1,500 feet on the QFE and we'll head over to the White Horse Hill. A little bit fast. Right rudder. There it is. Good look outside. Okay, and now we'll bring the power back a little bit. Oh. About 4,000 should be fine. It's 1,500. Still climbing, bring the power back a bit. 80 knots. Don't need to be going that fast. Slow down, be nice and controlled. 4,000 RPM. Lovely. Trim out. Anything a little bit down.
Foxtrot traffic, Golf, Oscar Foxtrot Tango, Romeo, continuing Farnborough.
Right, cool. Landmead traffic, Golf Charlie Mike Lima X-ray leaving to the west. It's more than fast enough. A little bit of a headwind. Keep that ball centred. Bit of power up a little bit to be fair, we don't need to be racing along. 60, 70 knots is fine. I think while Hal's here I might get him to help me put some fuel in then. And I can definitely do pop him if he's happy. Right, let's just do a few turns just to get the eye back in. Lead with the rudder, a little bit of rudder, and there's the turn. Right, and then maintain the turn with the rudder, don't cross the controls. There we go. A little bit of nose up because we're descending, right rudder, don't cross the controls.
Golf Lima X-ray, you on frequency?
Yeah, Golf Lima X-ray.
Yep, I'm on frequency, so have a nice time and give me a shout when you're returning, okay?
Roger, we'll go. Golf Lima X-ray. Where's the train track gone? Ah. Just stay south of the train track as well. Oh, there's Landmead, nice. Lovely over the wing. So much visibility in this cockpit right now. It's amazing. Right, let's try some turns in here. Don't cross the controls, plenty of right rudder in the turn. Maintain the turn, maintain the turn. There we go. Keep your eye on the ball, that's it. And then coming out, a bit of left rudder, roll out. The instructor actually said he should put a block on my right foot because I seem to be heavier left foot than right foot. I just need to acknowledge that and work on it. Really. Fly near that ridge line. Find the, oh there's the horse, I see it. Right rudder, there we go. So I just got a hold of it a right rudder in the whole time and I'm not used to it. Flying the PA-28, you don't tend to have to just hold the rudder. There's no issue with it at all, but... I'll have to get used to flying with Hal's iPad as well. I'm used to having my own that's all set up how I want it. What I might do is set my phone up. I use it for planning, but I haven't really got it set up for actually using. I might set my phone up because I like to have the different warnings that Skydemon can give you in the headset. Which I've got with this iPad, I just had to log in and muck about a bit more than I would usually do, but that's not a massive issue really. Very thermic, we're not really having to do anything, we're just giving us a climb. Wantage down on the left, hello. So the specs of this aircraft are really nice panel, and it's, you know, it's more simplified than I was expecting. I'm used to what the rigmarole of starting a PA-28 being so much, let's just say longer. I don't know if it's unnecessary or not, but it's definitely longer, and it's very much get in and fly with the microlight. You can cruise along between 60 and 110 knots. Obviously 110 knots, you're going to be guzzling fuel, you're not going to go very far. You're going to get there fast, but not very far. So I think I'm looking at, if I'm going a little bit of touring, it'll probably be an 80 knot cruise for me. That's roughly 16 litres an hour.
Gates for traffic, Golf Papa Hotel, rejoining the circuit from the south, runway 28, Yates Green.
So I think once we're airborne then, after takeoff, flat to neutral, that's done. Temperatures are all in limits, we know that. Checking that as we go. Then what have we got after that? I think en route, location engine, fuel sufficient. Do we keep the fuel pump on the whole time? I think we must. There's nowhere it tells me to turn the... Oh no, it says aux pump on the downwind, so that would make me assume that we don't need the aux pump en route, so we'll turn that off, so it's not draining power being used when it's not needed. A little bit of right rudder, there we go. Really got to focus on the right rudder when I'm in a right or left turn really, and crossing the controls. In a right turn with the right rudder, we don't want to be putting any left sticking at all, really. And watch that horizon, look out the window.
7.
Still see Landmead coming in.
Gates for traffic, Golf Papa Hotel.
Be amazing if it had an autopilot, but there's not really much need for an autopilot. Takes the fun out of the flying, I guess. And maybe for long distance touring. Right rudder, there it is. I've got to get used to basically just leaning on the right rudder even if I'm trying to go straight. Because I guess it's the weight of the aircraft, the torque of the... Excuse me, the torque of the prop and everything. I was amazed on the first flight we did, we under 78 knots you can open the windows. I don't think I'll be doing that on my own too much. Lovely and cool then though, once you open the windows. Oh, a little bit of thermal leak. That's fine. So we're getting a bit more comfortable. For the landing, let's just talk through the landing. I know I'm talking to myself and maybe people who are watching later on, but right now this is good for me. For the landing, it's going to be sort of 160 knots around the whole circuit. Once I hit, I'll get on the downwind leg, make the call. Once I hit the silos, I can start looking at the left turn, have the flaps down, possibly by the silos. Aim for the centre tree, right at the runway for the offset, point at the windsock, and then just fly it in, idle power if needed. Try and not land so as long as I did the other day. I mean, I say land long, it's long enough runway, but ideally I want to get down in the, without forcing it down, but ideally try and fly it down to the first third of the runway maybe. Land a third of the runway down the runway. See, like crossing controls there. That's my bad. Crossing controls, spotted myself. Little left rudder, left rudder. Rudder to maintain, it's more rudder than anything else to maintain the turn. Stick can pretty much stay neutral, other than pitch, once I'm in the turn. Right, fly round, wantage. Right, it's round wantage, there's the farm, solar farm. Right, south.
Ground shutters from traffic, Golf X Hotel, 4 miles to run, 2.
It's going to be down to 1,000 feet, so let's...
Golf Farm traffic, helicopter Bravo Sierra's forcing targets to join midfield and then right-hand downwind to 3-1.
Pull the power back a bit. Just to start that descent. Quite thermally. Landmead traffic, Golf, Charlie, Mike, Lima, X-ray. Inbound for the downwind join runway 27, 5 minutes. Actually quite cool, there's quite a few not wind farms, solar farms around here. I keep creek coming down to 1,000 feet. A little bit bumpy. There we go, 200 to go. Try and not fly over too many towns or dark objects. We're gonna get the thermals so much that way. Power back on. A little bit, there we go. Downwind's fuel, QFE set, wind direction, traffic, and harnesses, and the call. We're going to put the fuel pump on now so we don't have to think about it too much in a second. There's 1,000 feet, yes, keep it at 1,000 feet. There's the railway. There's the road for downwind, okay.
Separate traffic, Skyro Golf, Sierra Kilo Yankee Tango, joining downwind for 27.
Right, we're happy with the field, happy where it is. A little bit of power. And turn to downwind. Anything we're unhappy about or if it's not going to quite work, go around full power, leave the flaps wherever they happen to be and sort that out once we're way away from the ground.
Remember, if I say go around, it's just full power, nose on the horizon, okay?
Roger. Landmead traffic, Golf, Charlie, Mike, Lima, X-ray, we're left downwind, runway 27 to land. A little bit slow, a little bit low. Add a bit of power, there you go. A little bit of sync we're in now. We're within the flap limitation, we want to get out to 60 knots really for it. Flap speed, there's one, there's two flap. A little bit, we're 100 feet low on the circuit, but okay. Not try and fix it too much, don't want to cause any problem.
Well done.
Speed.
Dean Talk traffic, Golf Kilo Victor Alpha November. CT inbound to you from the southwest. 5 miles to run. Intent adjoining on the down leg for 22, Dean Talk traffic.
Landmead traffic, Golf Charlie Mike, Lima X-ray, final runway 27. Landmead traffic. Right rudder, there we go. Get that back, put that ball back in, yeah. Right, over that tree. Then point at the windsock, keep that speed. Keep coming down. Maybe a little bit low, okay. Dock, right rudder, left rudder, sorry. Oh, some rights there.
That's way too high, so we're probably going to be going around that one.
Yeah, Landmead traffic, Golf Lima X-ray going around. I think we hit quite a bit of lift there.
Yeah, just continue with the approach though, it's just handy. Just continue with the approach, okay? So keep going. It's all good practice, you see. So you're too high and too wide on that one. That's it. Now if you go around it.
I'm crossing the controls. I know I'm crossing them because they get heavy.
Dean Talk traffic, Alpha November is joining downwind for 22, Dean Talk traffic.
I cut the power earlier, I can always nudge it on to bring it on. It can't lose energy, it's easier to give myself energy with a little bit of power than it is to try and fight it down. Right rudder. Landmead traffic, Golf Charlie Mike, Lima X-ray, downwind 27 to land. Landmead traffic.
I dropped the to land bit if I were you.
Roger.
Doesn't really help anybody and you might be going around.
Within flaps, limiting speed. Flap in. Power off a bit.
Delta traffic, Golf Alpha Romeo Kilo Sierra is 2 miles to the south, positioning to join left base runway 27, Delta traffic.
Right, no twitching of the stick on landing. Landmead traffic, Golf Charlie Mike, Lima X-ray, final number 27.
A bit more of a turn towards the windsock now, so that's it. Stick back, come on, stick back, stick back, stick back, all the way back.
I'm going to backtrack and take off again.
Yep, clean up the flaps first, make sure that sticks all the way back next time when you land, okay?
Yep, I did hold it as far as I could. I don't know if it looks like that.
Yeah, it was flat as pancakes. But yep, good job, well done.
Roger, Landmead traffic, Golf Charlie Mike Lima X-ray, backtrack 27.
So anything less than 10 knots on the nose, and that would have been way too long, okay?
Roger. Yeah, I think the wind's helping me today again.
Yep. You know, but that would have been, on a near wind day, that would have been too late, that would have been a go-around, but on a windy day, it's no big deal.
Yeah, Roger. Should I be trying to aim for like the first third?
Well, on a near wind day, today, let's just practice, just getting the hang of it, so as long as you know you can make it, which is fine on that one. Yeah, always just drag your touchdown as close to the head as you can, but work towards it, you know. That all looked really good.
You have for me to just turn around, take off again and do another one?
Yeah, of course, yeah, that's what we're here for. Get it all dialed in, you know, just get the hang, get confident, make sure your eyes are looking in the right place.
Yeah, it's that last minute correction onto runway heading that's new to me.
Yeah, it's good to practice a dog leg because Popham's got a nice cranky dog leg in it. And yeah, it's all really good practice. If it feels a bit weird on a day like today, then it's going to be some thermal kicking off. Like as you turned around to backtrack then, that windsock just went completely limp and then pointed the other direction for a second or two.
Yeah, on that first approach, I literally felt myself being pushed up.
Yeah, that's right. We've got stuck in the over before, me and Rach. But if it just feels a bit, the controls just suddenly feel a bit weird as you're sort of coming over the hedge or whatever, just go around. That means that you just suddenly, you've had a thermal kick off.
Yeah. Better than trying to fight it onto the ground. Do you ever do straight in if the model aeroplanes aren't out, or is it always do the normal dogleg?
Always, because even if there's one of them kicking around secretly, they'll know.
Oh, roger.
You know, unless there's something weird, like, you know, you've got a rough running engine. If you've got anything weird, like the weather's closing in or something, and you just want a nice, easy, straight-in approach, or your passenger's sick, forget them, okay? So, all's, you know, forgiven the minute that it's a priority for you not to do that.
Landmead traffic, Golf, Charlie, Mike, Lima, X-ray, take off from 827.
Don't forget to sign out. Like Landmead traffic, Landmead traffic.
Ah, roger.
L4 come inbound, come Tuesday, 2,600 feet, wideway traffic.
Fuel funds on. QFE, 1,000 feet. Harness is secured. Enough fuel for a go around. Probably won't go to pop on this fuel. So it depends whether Hal wants to put some fuel in quick. And sit round the corner, there we go. Landmead traffic, Golf, Charlie Mike, Lima X-ray, downwind 27, Landmead traffic.
Golf, November, Juliet Papa Golf is 10 miles to the northeast and will join overhead.
A little bit of power. Left turn, but right rudder now. Let's just straighten up, there we go. Right,
Yeah, Golf Papa Golf.
we're in flap limiting speed. Both flaps done. Right. Trickle the power down. That was a little bit long again. I can be lower than I think, that's the thing. We're going to go a little bit, we're going to go past it again. I really felt like I was fighting it as well to keep the nose up. So a little bit of trim back, I think, and then when I idle the power, it'll be easier. Get low.
can't go quite so far to the north. As long as you're over that footpath, then you're fine.
Roger. Landmead traffic, Golf Charlie Mike, Lima X-ray is final 27, Landmead traffic.
Power off. Nicely done, well done. Stick back. Watch your speed, watch your speed. Speed. So at that point, that should have been a full stop landing, okay?
Roger.
It was too late to do a go around. Problem is you just lost all your get out of jail frees if the engine costs and sputters during the willow trees.
Roger.
Landweed traffic, Golf Yankee November, send a dead sign for runway 28, Landweed traffic.
Nice landing, no, well done, that was really good.
I'm going to make this next one a full stop if possible, come speak to you.
Yep, cool, sounds good.
Landmead traffic, Golf Charlie Mike, Lima X-ray, downwind 27, Landmead traffic. Okay, we're in flap limiting speed. There's no reason not to put them down so that we can get a feel for where we need to be. Yeah, nose round left a little bit. The wind's not quite directly across the runway now, so it is giving us a little bit of a sideways push when as we turn downwind and stuff. So.
Lightway traffic, Golf Yankee November, right hand downwind for runway 28, lightway traffic.
Well, excuse me. We're just north of the footpath.
Yeah, very, yeah, as long as you get left now. That last approach job on, okay, so there's no problem with that. It's also a bit power because you've got a slightly southern component to the wind today, so it just makes it harder, that sort of thing, if you're at all to the north.
Yeah, I have noticed it has slightly changed where it is.
Yeah, you kind of skid around that corner when it's like this.
Yeah. Landmead traffic, Golf Charlie Mike, Lima X-ray final 27, Landmead traffic. Lift.
Yeah. Not your fault.
Like lift, then sink straight after it.
That looks good. Clean up the flat 3 turnaround. Clean up that bit.
It's toasty in here.
Yeah, get the doors open, have a break. You've done a good job. That was amazing. You're smashing it.
Uh-oh. Magneto. Fuel. And then harnesses. Don't think I'm going to have enough fuel to have a little trip to Popham.
How much you got in there?
Looks like about 20.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, normally that'd be enough. There's no point stressing about it, is there? So we can whack some more in if you want, or you can call it a day. It's up to you.
If you don't mind helping me, I wouldn't mind doing a trip.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, we'll get that sorted. So, if you just practice going up onto the concrete, and then I'll stick some fuel in it for you until you understand you want.
Roger, thanks.
Look at that windsock, look, watch.
Yeah, it's a bit southerly as that. It's up and down a bit.
It's just all over the place.
At least there's not any big hangers like there is at Bryce to totally throw you on final.
That's it. I'd appreciate if you didn't hit the van.
Do my best. Lovely van. Landmead traffic, Golf Charlie Mike, Lima X-ray, runway vacated. Landmead traffic. Just follow the lines, eh?
Yeah, just follow the lines, a bit of left there.
Yeah.
Left of it. And stop there, that'll do.
There we go. Couldn't get the brake, there we go, it's on.